Yes, so yesterday we talked about the Spanish coming over to Latin America and the effects they had on those ancient civilizations. Today we're going to kind of look at what those ancient civilizations were like before Europeans arrived. This will be one of the questions that's on the end of your term test about the effects of European imperialism, what those ancient civilizations were like before Europeans arrived, and how they were different or changed due to European colonization and imperialism. All right, this question that you need to answer by the end of the day is how should history remember the Aztecs and the Mayans? And that requires a little bit of explaining. So the Aztecs are really, really well known for their human sacrifice. Like if you look it up on Google, they're going to show a lot of pictures that look like this that are depicting human sacrifices of the Aztecs. And while the Aztecs had a lot of human sacrifice, like they would have one almost every single day according to their ancient calendar, and it was just part of their religion. They felt like the gods required those human sacrifices in order for good things to happen to them. So, in order for rain to come for the crops, they need to make a human sacrifice. In order to protect their leader in battle, they needed to make a human sacrifice or multiple human sacrifices. To keep the gods happy and prevent from a giant rock from falling out of the sky and completely destroying their civilization, they needed to make routine human sacrifices. A lot of the times, those human sacrifices were really bloody ceremonies. Um, and people kind of came around from the ancient Aztec civilization to watch those sacrifices. You know, they didn't have Netflix back in the day. If you look up on YouTube, the Aztecs, you're going to get a ton of different videos, even coming from the History Channel, that just focus on these human sacrifices. Now, while part of that is true, it's not 100% what the Aztecs were all about. They were actually extremely superior farmers. They knew what they were doing. They were extremely incredible engineers. They built the biggest city at the time, complete with zoos and universities and 100-room palaces. Um, they were a lot of things, not just human sacrifice, but we tend to focus just on the human sacrifice part. So the question that you're going to be using to guide your learning today is that fair to focus just on this human sacrifice part, or was it such a big part of their culture, their identity, that it's okay to focus just on that part? So you are going to go ahead and read through this Aztec DBQ document to kind of determine whether or not that human sacrifice was a big enough piece to be the whole identity of the Aztecs, or if the other parts of their identity should be more of the focus. Okay. The nice thing about these DBQs is a lot of them are pictures. So if you're not someone who likes reading those DBQs, looking at the pictures might be a little bit more your style. And you can go ahead and stop at document E. You do not have to read the rest of these. Just stop at document E. After reading those documents and you've made your decision, you can go ahead and open up this Aztecs and Mayan Jamboard. And you are going to go ahead and create a sticky note by clicking on this little icon right over here to answer this question. So you'd click on this little sticky note icon. Answer the question is history remembering the Aztecs fairly. You could say yes because blah, 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 or no because blah, 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 blah. Remember, we're really focusing using evidence from the text on this for this unit. So make sure that the reasoning that you use is coming directly from that text. All right, now you're going to do something similar with the Mayan. The Mayan are like the middle child of Latin America. Hands up to my middle children out there. I'm also a middle child. And middle child, like you know, or even if you're the second born child, you know that older siblings can easily overshadow you. Like they get all the attention and they kind of forget about you. That's kind of the way the Mayan are. The Aztecs got all the attention because of their crazy human sacrifice, and people just kind of forgot about the Mayan, even though they also did some pretty amazing things themselves. So you're going to go ahead and open up this set of DBQs. If you would like to read that introductory essay, you can, but you do not have to. If you'd like to go straight to these documents, feel free to do so. and you are going to go ahead and read to document D. So they're nice short little documents this time. And you're going to go ahead and just look at their different achievements and go back to your Google Classroom and open up that Jamboard and answer this question over here. How should the Mayan be remembered? Whether you think they should be remembered for a specific skill or a specific achievement, whatever your answer is, you're going to go ahead and click this sticky note icon, write your answer down, make sure you're using evidence directly from the text to help you practice those writing skills that we're focusing on this time, and your sticky note will post right here underneath that question. All right, and if you have any questions, make sure you ask. My contact information is at the bottom. Just a quick reminder that the Columbian Exchange outline will be due the 30th, so not this upcoming Tuesday, but the following when we actually have school. I will also be posting some information about what distance learning will look like full-time for the students who are in the hybrid model. So if you're one of those hybrid students, you'll get more information on a separate post. Thanks, guys.